What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Uh, it's a beautiful day out here. I hope it's a beautiful day where you guys are. If it isn't, I hope you get a beautiful day sometime soon. Uh, Apparently, it's getting hard to get a job out there. Apparently, I say apparently because I've, I don't really know. I'm not out there looking for a job. I have a job. I have a really good job, and I just want to say to those of you out there who are looking for a job, I hope you find one. I really do. Um, Talk to you a little bit about my job. Like I said, it's a really good job. At least I think it's a really good job. Little Miss over here thinks it's a good job because she gets fed. She gets all of her things that she needs. And that job is in grocery. You may not think grocery is a good job. You may have heard some nightmare stories out there, but grocery is actually a really good job. You're out there in the community, you're getting to know people, you're able to give back to the community through this type of job. You're considered an essential worker, as long as you're not on a probationary period or anything like that. Um, and getting a job in grocery can be easy. Uh, you got just you got to apply to the stores that you go to, the stores that you already shop at. That's where you should apply, send your applications to. Now, everything is online these days. So when you go to submit an application online for a job, there's a way to submit it and there's a way to not submit it. First of all, read the requirements of the job. When you go to put your application in, a page will come up telling you, what the job is about and what the requirements are for the job. And you're going to notice, if you go through enough application processes, you're going to notice certain keywords keep popping up in all of the descriptions. Take notice of those keywords, and if they apply to you, use those keywords when you submit your application. But the words that you find on repeat, you read it on one website, you read it on the next website, you read it on the next website. Those are the keywords that you need to take into account. And if they apply to you, use those exact words on your application. Some has to do with the algorithm searching for these keywords. And if it finds keywords on an application versus searching an application that doesn't have any of the keywords, the ones without the keywords get funneled into the trash bin while the ones with the keywords get forwarded. Now, beyond doing all that for the application process, as I said before, apply to the stores that you already shop at. That way, you're going in there whenever you need, something, whenever you need to purchase something for the house or take care of your list of things to purchase, you can drop in and be like, hey, is the manager available? Is the supervisor available? I would like to talk to them. Hey, supervisor. Hey, manager. How you doing? I'm so-and-so. If this is your first time talking to them, introduce yourself. I'm so-and-so. I've been shopping here for X amount of time. whether it's been years or months. Let them know that you are a supporter of the store. And that can go a long way. That can really go a long way. Companies like employees that put money back into the store. Um, I'll say that again. Companies like employees that put money back into the business. That's a better way to say it. So if you're a normal shopper there, you have a better chance of getting a job there. Um, Hey, supervisor. Hey, manager. Nice to meet you. I'm so and so. I've been shopping here for many years, and I think this is a place I would really like to work. You know, give them the opportunity to introducing yourself will give them the opportunity to go into the database, look up your name, find your application, see what it's about. And you can't do this just one time. All right. You've got to be persistent. That's the bit of advice that my father gave to me is you got to be persistent. Persistence is key. Persistence is key. You have to show them that you've got drive and determination to want to work there. Now, grocery comes with a lot of hidden responsibilities. It comes with more responsibilities than just being the cashier or just being the stock boy or girl. It comes with you may not be a people person, but if you can act like you're a people person while you're in front of people, then that goes a long way. Um, speak with a smile in your voice. Hey, how you doing? Oh, wonderful. you know Try to empathize with people. I myself, I'm a very unempathetic person, and that's due to the damage that I have up here in my noggin. I've got severe damage to my frontal lobe, and that's where empathy takes place. Now, having said that, I can act empathetic. I understand what it means to be empathetic. If you don't understand what it means to be empathetic, it means that if somebody's talking to you, you start to feel, you start to have feelings about what it is they're talking about. If they're talking about something that's exciting, you start to feel excited for them. If they start talking about something sad, you start to feel sad for them. Um, Me, myself, and it doesn't happen. I don't feel for people when they're telling me their stories. However, I'm in my mid 40s. In these many years, I've learned what it means to be empathetic and how to act empathetic. So it goes back to hearing certain key words that trigger a response. If I can tell a person is excited through how they sound in their voice. I can tell if a person is sad through how they sound in their voice, through the expressions on their face. And so I try to match that and give them a welcoming experience while they're talking to me at work. I don't act cold towards them, even though that's kind of how I feel. I'm cold on the inside, feeling wise, but I don't want them to feel alienated. They're putting themselves out there, and it takes a lot to put yourself out there just for somebody to be like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. They can hear that in your voice. They can see it on your face. So always speak with a smile in your voice and try to think of happy things while you're at work, because it, again, can be seen on your face. You can smile with the bot here. Let me take my glasses off. You can smile with your mouth and your eyes don't move at all. They're called dead eyes. It's terrible. You got to think about something happy, and your eyes will change along with your mouth. Your whole face changes when you're actually thinking about something happy. For me, those happy thoughts tend to be going to the amusement park or going to the zoo or going to the beach or whatnot. These are just things I keep in the back of my mind while I'm talking to people. Um, and you got to remember, if you hear somebody is sad, get rid of those thoughts and think of something sad like a graveyard or somebody kicking your dog or somebody kidnapping your pet, your cat or your dog. These are ways that you can fool your emotional exterior into matching that of the person who you're talking to. And the reason I'm spending so much time on this particular subject of empathizing with the customer is that it creates a I don't want to say it creates a bond, but maybe a connection. Bond is too strong of a word, but it does create a connection. And when there is a connection, the customers, the people, the human beings want to come back to that store, and they want to come back to see you. They want to come back to talk to you, to have you, be their unofficial therapist. You don't have to give them advice on anything. You just have to stand there and listen to a talk and affirm their own feelings about the situation. And in the middle of doing that, you're leading them around the store, showing them where the items are that they're looking for. You become kind of like a personal concierge for them. And when a person has somebody in their life that is going to be helpful to them in unexpected ways, they continue to go see that person. And if you're the stock boy at the store, they're going to come to your store, they're going to spend money at your store, and you are going to become a valuable employee to the store. That's the best way to, form a foundation that you can stand on. And one that's not so sandy. You're not always going into work wondering if you're going to be let go, because you're valuable. You're valuable. When people start coming back to see you, you're valuable. When they're coming back specifically to see you while doing their shopping, you're valuable to that company. And companies, managers, supervisors, they see that type of stuff. And it's part of their job to submit daily reports about their employees. And customers themselves, that they'll also call in. They'll do it on their own. You don't even have to ask for it. They'll call in to tell the managers what a good experience they have with you. So that's just like one hidden aspect of being an employee at a grocery store. The other stuff are things like cleaning the place up. If you've seen people at grocery stores going around sweeping the store, we have this thing called a dry mop. It's a big, long, blue, fuzzy looking thing that we push around on the ground, and that helps clean up the store. Now, there's a lot more to cleaning a store than just pushing the dry mop around. When I've had the personal experience of thinking that's all you needed to do to clean a store when I was young, and then there have been countless employees that have come through the store who also thought that's all they needed to do to clean the store. But there's a lot more to clean in the store than just pushing the dry mop around on the floor. You got to clean the bathrooms. You got to take the trashes out. You got to take the trash out. And if you don't mind getting a little dirty, especially since you can wash right up afterwards, or you can put some gloves on to handle all the trash. If you can do all these things without being asked to do it, management sees that too. They'll, hey, they see you walking around the store with the dry mop. Management will ask one of the supervisors, hey, did you ask so and so to do that? Supervisor says, no, Then be like, okay, he's taking initiative. She's taking initiative. They're taking initiative. They see that kind of stuff, and that works into you getting a raise. And cleaning the store also involves making sure that the shelves are straight, and we call it facing. When you go through the shelves and you turn the cans so that the label's facing outwards, facing the customers. Not just the cans, but the bags, the boxes, anything that's on a shelf. If it's pushed towards the back, you pull it towards the front, and then you turn it so that all the labels on the aisle are facing the customer. If you do that without being asked, they'll love you. Your management will love you. And there's Windexing all the refrigeration doors, all the glass doors for the refrigeration, Windexing those, Windexing the handles. I say Windexing like it's a verb. We can use Windex to clean the windows. Use some kind of disinfectant to clean the handles. Management will love you, especially if you're doing it without being asked. You're taking downtime. Downtime is when you really have nothing left to do. You've gotten all caught up in the chores that are specific to your department. If you're just standing around on your phone or reading a paper or got your thumb up your butt or your finger up your nose, if you're just standing around, there's a phrase. If you've got time enough to lean, you've got time enough to clean. And doing all the cleaning without being asked, that's a really good way to make yourself indispensable at work. This is a good way to earn yourself a raise. It's a good way to earn yourself hours. So if you're the type to do all these things without being asked, if you clean the bathroom without being asked, if you take out the trash without being asked, if you face the aisles without being asked, and you do all this stuff on your downtime without being asked, then when management has extra hours available, you're going to be the first person they call. And when you're the first person they call for extra hours, your job is secure. It is possible to get laid off being a grocery worker. It is absolutely possible to get laid off being in grocery. But the people who get laid off are the ones who are just half-assing their job. They do their department, and that's all they do. When their department work is done, they stand around, or they go take extra breaks, or they take longer on their break times than normal. Like say you get a 10-minute break, and if you're taking a 15-minute break or a 20-minute break because you don't have anything to do, chances are you're going to be one of the first people laid off. If you've got a 30-minute lunch break and you take a 45-minute lunch break because it's a slow day and there's nothing to do, you're going to be one of the first ones to get laid off. If you're running around the store facing stuff and cleaning the bathrooms, taking out the trash, but your own department isn't taken care of first, you're probably going to get laid off because you're doing something other than what you're doing something other than what your contract other than what you're contracted to do. So take care of your department first, get it all in order, and then once that's done, then head out into the rest of the store, face the aisles, do the trash, clean the bathrooms, and you will be an indispensable employee. And you'll have a job for years. For years. You might even work it to the day you die. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. I'll work it to the day I die. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. If you're having trouble finding a job, check out grocery and be ready to work. It's not an easy job. Grocery is not an easy job, but it's a good job to have. It definitely is. You can get healthcare benefits if you're working full time. You can even get healthcare benefits working part time. Look into grocery. I guess that's the point of this video. If you're having a hard time getting a job, look into grocery. Apply at the places that you normally shop at, and be ready to work. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys later. Oh, Sleepy Luna says goodbye.